I just like giving. I feel like before you die, you have to give more than you take from the world. And you know, whether you believe in an afterlife, Allah, Buddha, God, whatever that may be, I think kindness and love are the two things that were spoken about the most in our lives. And you know, whether you grew up in the church, even in the Bible, you know, so it's one of those things where, you know, it's not a part of my life as much now, the Bible, but I live by those principles of giving more than I take, and being able to love on others. And you know, doing that through food has been awesome.
That's incredible, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, giving more than you take. That's a really novel concept, especially, in today's society where everything is about how much you can get. Everything is about how much you can take. And so it's great to see that you aspire to do something different than that. So that's amazing, and thank you for that. I want to jump into this first question because I think it's a difficult question, but I invite you to take your time with it just a little bit. My first question is, tell me about who you were 7 years ago and who you are today.
Uh, Basically, this 7 years ago, it is a difficult question. And when I read the question, I was like, oof, man, 7 years ago, I was thinking about what that looked like. I was actually starting a job, so I was working at a place where I wasn't comfortable. I didn't like where I was at in life. I didn't know how to speak up for myself. I was still this kind, fun-loving dude. Um, got taken advantage of quite a lot like 7 years ago. But um, honestly, if I were to tell you that nothing much has changed in the past 7 years, I mean, that would be the easy answer. But growth has happened in the last 7 years. So 7 years ago, I didn't really understand what my purpose was in life. I didn't know who I was supposed to be around, who was supposed to be in my life. I was recovering from addiction, so I was definitely just um, a loner. I was a loner. Like, and I've been most of my life. I've been a loner. I'm an. I like. I tell people that I'm. I can be extrovert, but the every year that goes by, I realize that like I like being by myself. I like having my time, and you know, I could go 2 weeks without being around people and be perfectly fine. But throughout that 7 year journey, there's been um, an appreciation of who I am as an individual, and a celebration of who I am as an individual. And there is a lot that 7 years ago. I wish I could look back 7 years and tell that person, like, you know, through the tears, the anger, the no love in his life, like, hey man, like things are gonna get a lot better. Like you're gonna smash some stuff out of the damn park. Like, hey, if you just go on the path you're going, it's going to pay off. And that path was a kid who, no matter what, like I never feel as though I'm better than anyone, but I knew there was more to life than what I was doing at that time. And I knew there was, you know, there was something more for me out there. And this couldn't be it. And 7 years later, I'm looking back and, you know, I saw your question. I'm like, 7 years. I'm like, man, like I was right to believe in me.
Mm.
Because nobody else was around. Like I believed in me. And when others would tell you, you know, well, you got to lean on others. Yeah, true. But it's what I've told you before, kid. Boy, like no one can believe in you more than you. And if they do, then it's over. No one can want things more than you, because if they do, then it's over. And I kept telling myself, you know, coming from being a poor kid on the south side of town, living in this small town I was living in at the time, you know, this little studio, one bedroom place, like just keep believing in yourself. All the stuff you're gonna want to do later in life, you're gonna be able to do. You're gonna still be able to play video games, talk with friends, and you know, now it's limited on a lot of those things, which rarely, like I haven't touched a video game in months, but that's part of the grind. But I there's anything like 7 years ago to the day, it's believing in myself, and knowing that believing in myself back then paid off till now. Um, Continues to pay off, because at the end of the day, if I stake all of my stock into other people can leave. you know, and when all those people walk out of your door, whether they're there for the rest of your life or they're there for a period of time, which we have more people in our lives that are there for a period of time than we do that are going to be there the rest of our lives. And when we think about that, people are like, well, no, I have my close friends. I'm talking about when you go to work, the casual people that you see every now and then. You know, if you go to your favorite bar, they know you, but they don't really know you. And so I was like, I got to believe in me. I got to believe in me, because if I don't, when those people that I'm making interactions with leave, I'm going to be left alone.